Hello, I'm welcome to Die United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. Today we're going to talk about Marcus Rashford, the man of the moment. 3 goals in the World Cup, 3 goals in 3 games at the World Cup for England. He's doing fantastically well, taking his form from the Premier League down to the World Cup. So we're going to talk about Marcus Rashford and let's get straight to it. Rashford Manchester United contract is up in the summer of 2023 with an option for an extra year, which when activated would expire on summer of 2024. But United needs to give him a contract before the summer of 2023 so that it will hold him time down to a bigger contract and its value increases and the rest. Because if we leave this contract to run to 2023, he could leave the club if he wants to. But I don't think, of course, he's not going to leave. But contract talks are surely going to be one of Manchester United priority for him because he's earning currently around 200k, and of course with his form, of course he had a very poor season last season, but this season he has been very good and he has been one of the key players so far. So you need to tie your key players down for a long term. So I'll be expecting United to give him a contract very soon. So far this season for United, Rashford has been somewhat inconsistent, but still yet one of the best player. He's our top goal scorer so far in this season, but some games he doesn't really perform well, some games he's awesome. So that's one of the things that I would expect Eric Ten Hag to improve in him after the World Cup going forward, because we need him to be firing in all squares. We know that Rashford is a confidence player. He plays based on confidence, so you need to encourage him, give him that confidence, and he will keep on scoring and scoring and scoring. That's the most important thing for him, confidence. And back to his contract, I hope Manchester United does not give him a stupid contract. He's earning around 200k right now. We shouldn't be giving him anything more than 250, because right now Rashford is not worth more up to 200k or 350k per week. If he wants to earn as much as David De Gea at 350, he's not worth it at all. He needs to get down to his game, and we need to reduce our wage bill, because giving crazy contracts to player and after you give them the contract they become shit has been one of the troubles I've been facing so far. So I hope we don't give him a big contract. Of course he's earning around 200k right now. If you give him 250, that's fine, but anything above 250 he's not worth it. And I'm afraid that if you give him 350 or 300, because if he performs so well in the World Cup, he might have that confidence that I should be earning around, I should be one of the best player at the club. And if that's around 250k, and if you give him 250k and it becomes shit, that's another problem for us, like the Phil Jones problem and the Bernard Williams problem, whereby you're earning too much salary, and when we decide to sell you, we cannot do that. I hope he scores more goals in the World Cup. That'll be good for us, good for his confidence, also good for his record. And after the World Cup, coming to the club, Manchester United, we have the Europa League against Barcelona. We have the Premier League top 4 to make. Coming to the club football and continue scoring the goals. Very, very important. We need our top players to give us this awesome form so that we can at least either make top 4 or win the Europa League, because Champions League for me should be our priority by the end of this season. And honestly, I don't think Eric Ten Hag will have much patience for Marcus Rashford. If Marcus Rashford has a very good season this current season, that will be very good for his relationship with Ten Hag. And also next season, also in good form, that will also do good for his relationship with Eric Ten Hag. But if after the World Cup Marcus Rashford suddenly becomes so poor, and next season the same thing, so poor, then by the end of 2024 we'll be looking at selling him, moving him forward, because I don't think Eric Ten Hag is going to have so much patience. Right now we're looking at new targets in the front three position. If, for example, Cody Gakpo comes into Manchester United, if Marcus Rashford becomes bad, Cody Gakpo definitely is going to be his replacement. We're getting new owners. We're going to have a very good transfer budget. We're going to sign more players. So if Rashford does not keep that consistency, if he doesn't work on himself, if he doesn't follow Ten Hag rules, if Ten Hag doesn't find him worthy of being in his team, then in the next 2 years, Marcus Rashford will be likely to leave the club. And of course, there's no denying Marcus Rashford's abilities and talents. The problem with him is just consistency. Marcus Rashford is a top-class talent, but for me, I know that he cannot be a workout player, but he's a top-class talent. You can end up being a very, very top-class player, very good one. If he stays at the club for a very long time, he can break a lot of records, score a lot of goals. Already, he got his 100 goals at 25 years for Manchester United. So the sky is the limit for him. The problem with him is just consistency. And if by a miracle he can stay consistent from at least 5 seasons straight, he's going to be awesome for the club. Lucky for Marcus Rashford, he's working under one of the best upcoming managers in all of Europe, which is Eric Ten Hag. So all I need to do is to get his head down on his game and focus on the tactics, on the messages, on the instructions of the manager, and he will do very well. Remember, this is Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. Follow this community by clicking on that subscribe button and joining the community of Die Hard Manchester United fans. See you on the next one. This is Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United.